What's up, y'all? It's Reggie Grindmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, and we're about to get this. I'm about to start work. And the first thing that I have to go do right now, I got to go fuel up because I'm half a tank. You know, we slip seat here at JB Hunt. So before because it takes dispatch a while to send me over my load. So instead of me sitting here waiting for them, I just go. I go fuel up, and by the time I get there or get done fueling, it normally comes through my load. So we're gonna go to Pilot and we are going to fuel up. So I will see y'all at the gas station. Looks like we got to go to the other side because somebody probably messed the arm up again, so gotta go around. Somebody over there. One thing I do like about the Freightliner trucks is that they are very sensitive. The technology, the safety system they got in here, I like it. So I got to turn around somewhere so I can come out of here correctly. Yeah, so we do slip seat. So, you know, every day, you might have the same truck every day. You might. Fortunately for me, which I like, I've been having the same truck for the past week and a half. So that makes things a little easier. Most of the trucks here is Freightliners, but there are Peterbilts and Internationals in here. But majority are Freightliners. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the Lithia Springs yard here. Okay, let's go. Come on. We're trying to get ran over. That's why you drive slow through these yards. Never know. Come on, bro. What you doing? Doing this light test. Let's see.
Welcome to JB Hunt Gatekeeper. If you are a JB Hunt driver, press 1. If not, press 2. Please enter your driver number followed by the pound key. Please enter your truck number followed by the pound key. Please enter your trailer number followed by the pound key. I didn't get that. Please try again.
I don't have a trailer number.
Trailer number followed by the pound key.
Bobtail.
I didn't get that. Please try again. Please enter your trailer number followed by the pound key.
Lord. Let's see.
I didn't get that. Please try again. Please stay on the line for assistance. Yeah, driver, what's your truck number?
210816.
Purple code?
WILR5.
All right, you have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too. Off to pilot we go. Got here. Oh boy, we got a full house. Might be a while before we get to a pump. Man. Well, I think I'm just gonna park right alongside this pilot truck. I used to do fuel hauling before I came to JB Hunt. That was my last job before JB Hunt. I used to do that. Man. We're gonna be here for a while, I'll see. That's a different trailer right there. Well, we done fueling, time to get up out of here. So So I just got done fueling up, and I still haven't got my loads yet. They haven't sent over my loads, so I'm still at Pilot, parked over here where all the other trucks at, but I'm like backed in the cut, just out the way of the big guys with the sleepers over there. You know, I'm in the day cab, so I'm out of their way. I'm off in the cut, but I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, wait until they send me my stuff over. I'm not gonna drive around and do no stuff like that. I'm gonna just stay put and just wait. That's all I can really do. You know, this is part of the job. You know, you gotta wait until whenever them loads get sent over, because, you know, they got a lot of going on. They got a lot of drivers that they deal with, so you just gotta give them time and just wait till your loads come through. That's the only thing you can really do. Make sure you go in your Geo tab and put yourself on brake. So instead of leaving it on D for drive, you just put it on. That take you off of driving. It's like you on a brake, but that's about it. You just gotta wait until, you know, whenever that come through. You know, like I said, this is good for you if you don't like nothing physical. If you tired of, you know, physical jobs, you know, heavy lifting, touch freight, this is a good place to come to. JB Hunt is a good place to come to if you're trying to get away from all that you know, all the heavy lifting and touch freight. Night shift is mostly 90-95% drop and hook. Every now and then we do get live loads, but it's really smooth at nighttime. The only thing I don't like about nighttime down here in Georgia is that they doing a lot of road work on the highways, and most of the crews, they start work at 9 p.m. So a lot of the night drivers, you know, we get caught up in a lot of that construction traffic. You know, they have a lot of exits blocked off. You know, you got to reroute, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes that could be time consuming, but overall, it's a cool place to work. You gotta have some hustle though. I mean, you know, they pay by the load, and, you know, they got some other ways that they pay, but you gotta be a hustler. Can't be no lazy dude coming in here and expecting to make some money. Not on the local intermodal side. So you gotta have some hustle in you. You know, that's one thing I'm working on, getting my speed up, being more quick at doing things. You know, doing things a little smarter, not harder. You just got to get a routine. Once you get your routine, then everything is smooth sailing after that. But in the beginning, it might be a little rough because, like I said, you don't have a system yet. You don't have a certain way that you do things. You're still learning and getting the feel of everything. So, but once you get it and once you're used to it, it's really smooth. Like I said, you got to have hustle. And you got to really want it. But it's laid back, man. You know, it's laid back. As long as you're a good driver, don't be on your phone texting while you're driving, because they will get you on that. JB Hunt don't play about safety. They big on safety. So, you know, if you're not a safe person and you think you gonna, because they got cameras in here, inward and outward facing cameras, so you ain't getting away with nothing. They will pull you to the side if you caught on camera doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing. But other than that, it's a cool job, man. You just gotta have hustle and you gotta really want it, man. I mean, like I said in my last video, you know, some things that I'm still trying to catch up on bill wise, but like I said, at the end of the day, something is always better than nothing, you know, because it can always be worse. Always. You know, I was yesterday I was coming back, I was done and I was going back to the job, and I was just rambling to myself, kind of out loud to myself. I mean, I'm the only one in the truck, ain't nobody else in here with me, but just kind of rambling off on how I wish things was better. I'm tired of struggling and everything. So I wind up, because I don't go too many places here, so I don't really know my way around like that, especially driving with JB Hunt. Like Atlanta, some of the parts in Atlanta and stuff like that, yeah, because I done, took myself out to eat and did, went to a couple events and stuff like that. But like with JB Hunt, like we go like, around Georgia, like far out places I ain't never been before. So I use navigation a lot. You know, I use it a lot. And yesterday I was going through a little rough part, man. I was going through the west side of Atlanta, and just seeing, you know, some of that stuff through there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I come from, you know, a rough area, you know what I'm saying, where I grew up and raised, Cleveland, Ohio. But down here in Georgia, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, down here it's like on the west side, you see a lot of familiar things that I was around growing up. But I would say it's more of it down here because it's bigger down here. So it was just like a humbling experience. Like, I just felt like God just took me that way for like, it was a reason why I went through that way, because I ain't never been through that way before. And normally the navigation don't, you know, take me that way, which I never been that way in that area anyway. But overall, what I'm trying to say is, like, right after I was rambling about how I wish things was better in my life, I wound up taking that route to that part. And when I got out of it, when I got back on the highway, I was just thinking, like, you know what? I think God did this. I see what he did. He just had to show me something, like, hey, it could always be worse. You complaining about where you at and what you ain't got, but let me show you something real quick. And I seen that. It was a real humbling experience. You know, I'm not a complainer. You know, we all, like I said, we all got things that we wish we can do more of, like, far as financially, you know. But like I said, something is always better than nothing, and I'm highly thankful for what I'm able to do, you know. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just happy to be employed, man. I'm still working on other things, you know. Working a 9 to 5 is not the forever goal. This is just current. Like I said, I still got to get my passport, which I will get that. I'm about to get that. And I'm going to do some traveling. Like I said, I've never been out of the country before. And it's time for me to start having some fun. Especially being, you know, I'm single. Why not? Go have some fun, man. You only live one time. You only get one time to live. That's it. So, if you can, go enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Don't be the person you get older and wish you did XYZ because you spent so much time working and you never tried to really enjoy yourself in any type of way, fashion, or form. You know, it's just like, you got to enjoy yourself. You got to enjoy life some way, somehow. Find a way. Because you only get one shot at this. You only get to do this one time. So, you know, I'm highly blessed. It's a blessing to even wake up in the morning. You know, if you woke up this morning, then you were already winning. You started your day with a win. Find out a way to make it better. Man, I don't know how long I'm going to be sitting here, but I got to check again. I got to keep refreshing my screen in the app to see if they sent anything over. But pretty much, I don't know. I probably won't do too much today because I had a long day yesterday. Yeah, I had a long day. Let's see, I started work at 8 p.m. I think I got done yesterday around like 10 in the morning. And then have to come back to work again at 8. So it was like, today, we're going to keep it light. I think we're going to go light today so we can recoup properly. Yeah. 4 hours into my shift and still no loads dispatch. You know, nights like this just make you question everything. I'm trying to understand what it is, you know, like what's going on. I mean, I've been, you know, sending messages, trying to call, can't get through with the calling. No messages returned. It's like, what is really going on? And internally, I already know what this means for me. This has to be a sign. You know, it it really has to be a sign. I mean, it can't be nothing else. I get up, I show up, I drag myself in here every night, tired and all. I do my part. You know, I don't make excuses and find a way to not come in to work. That's not the case. I'm here. I'm waiting, and nothing is happening. So just ask yourself, what would you do? You know? At some point, you just got to call it quits. You know, like I'm about to wrap this up. You know, I'm about to head out, and yeah, I'm about to get ready to go back to the terminal so I can get in my car and go home. Because at this point, it's just pointless. You know, when you're sitting here like this, you know, you're really, it's mentally tired. It's mentally tiring. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting around waiting, especially at night when your body wants to sleep, but you're forcing it to stay up. And at the same time, you're sitting here waiting to get started to work. And sitting here idle like this, you know, this is not a good thing because you're not even moving, you're not doing nothing. So your body is in a relaxed state already after that many hours being idle, sitting, waiting. So it's like, even if they did send something over, it's like, at this point, it's not even worth it, because it's like, now this is where your safety come into play. Being fatigued, mentally fatigued, physically fatigued, just by sitting here being idle, you know, for hours waiting. I mean, I don't know if anybody else experienced this, but this happened to me a few times. Trying to understand why, I don't know. I don't know what's going on the other end, you know, but yeah, I'm just trying to understand what is going on. And like I said, at this point, I'm just gonna call it the night and going on home. Like I said, I did my part. I got up and I came in here. You know, I didn't make no excuse on why I didn't want to go to work. I show up for myself. I show up ready to work, and you know, this is what I'm experiencing right now. And you know, I just want to share this with y'all. I don't know anybody else going through this in any other state or city, but with me right now, this is what I'm going through currently. And this ain't the first time this happened. So on that note, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go and wrap it up. I'm still sitting at the Pilot truck stop. You know, I fueled up, and I just sit here. I'm gonna just sit here and wait until something come through. But it's already been too long, and yeah, it's time to go. You know, I am not too tired to drive myself back. I'm good, but far as accepting loads right now at this point, and doing anything of that sort, no, that's a negative. I'm not gonna do that. Just like I said, I already got off late yesterday morning, so I didn't really get as much sleep as I should have gotten, but it was enough for me to come in and still have energy to work. But right now, it's like, okay, I got to draw the line right here. It's time to go. Yeah, I was just bringing y'all into my world. My, you know, one of my crazy days doing Intermodal at JB Hunt, and you know, I was just making this video to show, you know, the ins and outs of the, you know, not, I wouldn't say in and outs, but just my average day at JB Hunt working Intermodal nights. And tonight, you seen the video where I'm telling you that I didn't even get a chance to work. You know, I came in, I got my loads, my bills. You know, they give you dummy bills, not the actual bill, but just to give you an idea of what you're gonna be doing. I got my printouts. You know, I did my pre-trip on the truck already and everything, and I came straight to get fuel. This is one of the reasons why I go fuel. Soon as I pre-trip my truck and everything, I just go fuel up. because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have to put gas in the truck every day because you slip seat, and the person who might be in the truck after you, they might not necessarily put gas in it. Because like with me, when I put gas in, I fill it up, the def and the gas. So every time I come in, when it's my turn to drive again, it's like either be like half a tank or less. So I come here every day to fuel up, you know, and because I know the time it's gonna take them to send the load over. So instead of me just sitting there waiting and then get my load and then going to pick up my container and come here to pilot and then fuel up, it's pointless to me because I know it's gonna take them a while. I don't know why, but I know it's gonna take them a while to send me my stuff over. So I'm like, I might as well go fuel up and then go from there. I don't like really coming up here with a container because this is a small pilot. It's not really big up here. It's kind of small up here. And yeah, I really don't like maneuvering through here. I'm not saying I couldn't, but I can. But I don't like to because it's too congested up here. And it's just better for me to just bobtail up here, get my gas, and going on from there. Yeah, so it's that's just my method. I just come in and do what I need to do at the yard, and then I come straight to the pilot and fuel up, and then I go to the next step. Either going to the real yard first, or picking up an empty from the drop yard and then going to the customer. But today, neither one of those things happened because I haven't received anything. So I am about to go home, y'all, and I will see y'all on the next video. Yeah. I'll see y'all on the next video.